Between green and black tea lies oolong, the most diverse and mysterious of teas. But what is oolong, really? Oolong, a subject I have devoted over 20,000 hours of research to. After living in Taiwan for 6 years, I did become obsessed with oolong, and I learned a great deal from the tea masters of Taiwan. I also explored the high mountains of Taiwan, where I sourced tea from multi-generation tea farmers and tea farmers that had traditions passed down from generation to generation. Today in this video, I'm showing you some of the special characteristics of oolong tea. The fact that it starts in these tightly rolled kernels and then it expands to the full leaf. Now this full leaf can be steeped over and over again, sometimes for 6 or even 10 times, creating a prolonged, enjoyable tea session where you can share tea with your friends and family and or just enjoy the tea by yourself. The ritual of tea preparation is known as gong fu cha, and gong fu cha is one of the best ways to brew oolong tea in terms of getting the best flavors out of the tea. But it isn't necessary, it's just really fun. Keep in mind that oolong is a category, not a single tea. So it's defined as a tea that is partially oxidized. That means it's the entire range of tea in between green tea and black tea. The range of tea that is oolong tea reflects history, terroir, and human innovation. It's pretty fun to pour water over your teapot like this. Here we go again with a time lapse to show you the effect, how these leaves, the tiny kernels, how they expand. With oolong, less is more. Most Americans think tea equals green or black. Oolong fills the in-between, offering complexity and variety. Not black, not green, something in between. So after decanting this tea, we can see the partially expanded leaves here. Now these leaves will go for several more infusions. They're not fully expanded yet, but we can steep it over and over again. Now part of drinking tea, part of the gong fu tea session is drinking tea. And this drinking tea, in Chinese, they call this pin cha. And pin cha is the evaluating tea. Now, when we evaluate tea, it's like our big reward for brewing tea well. The flavor profile of oolong tea ranges from floral, such as the high mountain green oolongs, with some nice creamy mouthfeel, to the roasted, which are nutty and full-bodied. And then there's the honey and fruity, like the stone fruits that are present in the Eastern Beauty style of oolong. There's quite a range of different flavors, and I'd encourage you to participate in some of the tastings we have here in the shop. If you want to learn more about our tea tastings, please sign up for the newsletter, because that's where we announce the tastings that happen. With oolong, you really get a lot of steeps, and it's sort of a slow luxury. There's a lot of value in a one tea session. Many Americans find oolong intimidating, and there's certain ways that we've tried to bring oolong closer to the American audience. For example, with the naming. For example, Dongding Oolong, we've changed the name to Charcoal Dawn. And for Lishan Oolong, we call this particular batch Cloud Peak. The origins of oolong tea trace back to Fujian and the Wuyi Mountains of southern China. Americans have been drinking Wuyi since the 1700s, though it wasn't yet called oolong. The earliest use of the term oolong in English appears in the mid to late 1800s. By 1868, Formosa oolong from Taiwan was being imported to the US in significant quantities. Today, oolong makes up roughly 90% of Taiwan's tea production. And in 2015, Taiwan consumed 70% of its own tea and exported just 30%. This tea is described in the book Made in Taiwan as Taiwan's darling. So why would you choose oolong over green or black? Like many preferences, it often comes down to exposure. For me, living in Taiwan meant being immersed in oolong culture. And once you explore it, the sheer variety and differences in flavor and sweet and full-body flavors really make this tea irresistible. Oolong offers both the floral delicacy of green teas and the rich depth of black teas.